Frank Melloul, CEO of i24NEWS. You're speaking to us today from Morocco, where you arrived after signing a memorandum of understanding in Bahrain. What details can you give us about that?
Good evening, Kalev. As you said, we had yesterday the opportunity to sign a new agreement for i24NEWS with the Kingdom of Bahrain. It's a very important event because we did it in March of the visit of the Prime Minister Naftali Bennett. And because of the pandemic, we had to sign on a video conference. And as you said, I'm in Morocco, so it's very emotional also to sign this kind of agreement in another country of Abraham Accords. So since yesterday, i24NEWS is a partner with the Kingdom of Bahrain, with the NCC, National Communications Center. I signed with the CEO of the CC yesterday a new agreement talking about content exchange, new technologies, and also events that we could co-produce together inside the brand of Abraham Accords.
Now, Frank, we've been covering the Abraham Accords, including in Bahrain, but in what way can this agreement broaden the scope of the channel's activity there in Bahrain?
First, to connect you more to the reality of what's going on in the region. To be more focused on what's happening in Bahrain, to understand the coexistence there, to understand also the way they are acting in the region, the way they are reacting also according to big issues in the area. So it's a new opportunity for you journalists to give more focus on what's happening in the region, and in that way to answer the request of our viewers who want to know more and more and more, and to understand what is the new Middle East happening now in the region.
Now, Frank, in the past year and under your leadership, i24NEWS has signed a number of these MoUs with leading media outlets in the Emirates. We've also opened up a studio in Dubai. So give us a sense, the bigger picture, the strategy behind these agreements, and are we going to see more of this sort anytime soon?
As you said, it was a very enthusiastic year for i24NEWS, but first we made history because we are the first based Israeli channel to sign an agreement with an Arabic media partner, like we did with Abu Dhabi Media or Dubai Media, and now with the NCC. We are the first Israeli-based channel to sign agreement with cable network, like we did with Etisalat or Due in the UAE. We are the first Israeli-based channel to get licensed to broadcast in an Arabic country. We are also the first Israeli-based channel, like you said, to open a bureau in an Arabic country, like we did in Media City. And now, with the Kingdom of Bahrain, we are showing that we are totally connected with the Abraham Accords and the new dynamic there, because our strategy, it's to move where the peace is moving. It's to answer the connection of the reality of the region. It's to make understand what is the new Middle East, which is implementing right now in the region. And first of all, and I have to tell you, dear Kalev, for you and all the English channel, it's also the recognition of the professionalism of i24NEWS and the journalism that you are promoting on air every night with your show. So the only strategy that we have for i24NEWS now, and that all the signing of these agreements is illustrating, is that i24NEWS became a big and major media partner in the region now.
Well, another sign that, as we say here, the heart of the new Middle East is beating in i24NEWS. Frank Melloul, thanks for joining us on The Rundown.
Thank you, Kalev.